All right, everybody, we are in day number 3 here of Win the Storm, and I've had the opportunity to talk to some successful roofing companies and owners, and this next guest is absolutely no exception right here. He's had the opportunity to speak with a good friend of mine, Charlie Chena, who has said amazing things about him, so I'm interested to hear his story right now, and I think it's going to be something that you're going to want to listen to as well. I'm going to turn it over to Benji here in just a second. I do have to remind you, though, please go ahead and head on over to jobprogress.com. They are a sponsor of this show. They're the only CRM that I trust personally. It is jobprogress.com. They will take care of you so you can scale and grow your business. If you don't, get with a CRM, everybody. Get organized somehow, but our recommendation is Job Progress. Benji, with that, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Patrick. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing very well, man. I appreciate you taking some time here. I know we're towards the end of the conference here, but we finally were able to get together here. Wasn't lying. Charlie Chena, talked to him. Says great things about you.
Oh, that's very kind.
You got to tell me, man, what are you guys doing right out there? Because you must be doing something right.
Well, you know, I think in business it's really not that difficult. I mean, I think if you adhere to the principles of do what you say, when you say you're going to do it, provide good quality, you know, all the basics. If you take care of business that way, I think customers appreciate that. It's a lost art. So that's really what we're trying to do. In our industry, Patrick, it's very homogeneous a lot of times. I mean, everyone's selling the same products. So your differentiating factors are yourself. I think people buy you first. They buy your product second, and they buy your company last. So I always try and tell our reps, look, make a friend today, have great conversations, let people know that you care. So those are the difference in what we try to do every day in service.
All right, everybody, we're here with Benji with Life Roofing and Solar, and I like what you said right there. People got to like you first.
Yeah.
I've always thought, you know, if someone likes you, they'll trust you, they'll buy from you.
That's right.
But, you know, I want to go back to something you said there in the beginning, because it is tough in this industry right now. I feel as though individuals in this industry, the money starts to get a little bit in the way of doing the right thing, of doing the integrity. I see young people who get in, even sales reps out there.
Yeah.
You get big checks and opportunities in front of you. How do you watch that quality control when it's, I mean, you got people want to make money.
Yeah. Well, you know, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Right? I mean, this is a capitalistic market, and we're certainly about profit. But I think it's an equal exchange of what you provide somebody. You know, no one's going to release that money unless you're doing something of equal or greater value. So we try to focus in on what we're able to do for the customer, if that's extra, if that's add-ons, okay, in terms of what we might differentiate ourselves with. Let's say other roofers are coming in, they're not upgrading this customer to possibly synthetic felt or maybe high definition hip and ridge. That's a staple of everything we do. We don't go back on with 3-tab high definition hip and ridge. We are high definition hip and ridge. We won't put 3-tab back on a roof. You understand what I'm saying? So everywhere that we can upgrade, if it makes sense, we're going to offer that to the customer at no additional charge, because we want that to be a testimonial to their neighbors that, look, we don't cut corners. And so it is an exchange. And as long as the customer feels like they're getting the better of that exchange, they're going to pay you, and they're going to be happy to do so.
Now, unfortunately, though, you're having to compete against a lot of companies out there that do cut corners.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I saw a statistic the other day that, you know, they looked at who's not trusted, like industries that are not trusted.
Yeah.
And at the top of that list is contractors, and at the top of the contractors list is roofing contractors. Yeah. How do you battle against that perception the homeowner has when you step in front of them?
It's a great question, and I you know, in this industry, the barrier to entry is low, as you know. That's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think if it was any higher, a lot of the guys that are in the business probably wouldn't be in the business. But with that being said, I think you really have to spend some time getting to know your customer and letting them get to know your values. And make it a part of your presentation, make it a part of who you are, make it a part of your culture. Because once they understand who you are and what you stand for, it eases that pain of just being what we refer to as a chuck in a truck. Mm-hmm. So we brand. We look good when we go to the door. We try to be professional with the way we respond, with the way we follow up after our appointment, with the way we inspect the roof once we're done. So there's things that you can add value to by just being consistent with your branding and the way you operate.
So let's just say you are consistent there, Benji. You guys are doing a professional service. I'm interested to know this, though. How, when somebody deals with your people, if you were to call them and talk to that homeowner, how do you want them to feel as they work with your company? How should they feel after they interact with that rep? What do you want the overall feeling to be as they work with your company?
Personal.
Okay.
Personal. I mean, I think they made a friend, that they have someone that they can call if they need an answer, and that we will answer our phone calls, that we will return, our messages, emails, whatever that is in communication. But I want them to feel like they made a connection to someone that knows what they're talking about, who's an authority in the industry, and will also be there to, chat about their kids if they want to. So it's got to be personal.
Well, part of being a friend, as you say, is there's good times and there's bad times with any friendship.
Sure.
But the same is true with roofing. You're ripping off a third of somebody's house. And I always tell everybody that the person who tells you nothing's going to go wrong or nothing ever will, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the difference, though, Benji, is what do you do when things start to go wrong? And I'm interested on how you look at that and how you deal with those problems that come about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think there's an opportunity that can further strengthen any relationship after a problem. Okay, so how you handle the problem, I think, says more about your company than if there wasn't a problem at all.
Yes.
Oftentimes it strengthens the relationship when you get out there on a quick response, when you say, I'm sorry, I apologize, it shouldn't have happened, it's my mistake. You take ownership, and then you say, here's what we're going to do to fix it, and it's not going to cost you anything, and in addition to that, we're going to offer you this. So it's an opportunity for you to build a stronger relationship with that person. I've found through the years that some of my best referrals come from mistakes. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I like that. I'm going to look at it kind of like it's my mistake is sort of similar to I don't know. And this is how I look at it. Don't be afraid to say those things, because I don't know. If you're not sure about something, I don't know. I'm going to find you the answer. And
Yeah.
if you made a mistake, say, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I screwed up.
It's a lost art.
Yeah, it really is, because I think people appreciate now. We're not going to get the runaround of the politically correct answer. Hey, man, I screwed up.
Yeah.
All right? I said something I wasn't going to say. We didn't follow through, and we're going to fix it.
Nothing wrong with that. And in fact, I think it's so rare that it stands out. So you really do have to take that opportunity and it happens. This is construction.
Yep.
And anyone who says it doesn't has not put on enough roofs or done construction long enough. So, but it's an opportunity. And if as long as you're real with that customer, you take ownership, pay for it, fix it,
Yeah.
I think things work out.
So I think things are beginning to work out for you guys. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
And where does it go from here, though, for you? Because as you would continue to grow, you continue to watch that quality control. What is next in line for where you go?
Well, I think we're trying to keep our finger on the pulse of things like solar.
Okay.
What else can we offer to our customers that is value added, that might help them? There's ways to tie the financing side of solar and roofing together to where the customer doesn't have an out-of-pocket expense.
Mm-hmm.
So things like that we're looking at. What else can we do for them? Can we offer another service? Can we offer siding, windows? We're always looking to see what else can we do when we have that relationship formed that our customers might need or want. So that's what I have my eye on in the future.
Well, I can see it definitely working out. I've been taking some notes here. As obviously we got a chance to sit down, and the words like professional, the branding, the relationship, the things that you're talking about right there, they're not quick fixes, man.
No.
In a world where everything is instant and gratification is there, what I think you're trying to build here is something that, hey, we're going to build a relationship with you. It's going to stand for a lifetime, and if you have a problem, we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's what a friend does.
It's a way of life. It's a commitment to your values. It really comes from within. It's nothing you can fake. If it's not authentic, people are going to see it. And it's not going to work. So it's got to be real, and I think that's about how you hire, how you train, what you expect from your team, and it starts at the top, obviously, with me. So if I don't set that same standard, it's like a father or a husband, anything that we do in life, we don't set that standard, then we don't walk what we preach.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Then it's not going to work. So I think authenticity is part of what we have to be.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
It's Benji from Life Roofing and Solar, and I believe you have set a standard that is very high.
Yeah.
And I appreciate taking a few minutes to be able to speak with me about that, brother.
Thank you.
Definitely, man.
I appreciate it, man.
I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.